neck should not bend. You understand that?
Yeah.
Your neck should not bend. Your neck should not be bending. Make sure you draw your thing closer. Everything should be closer to you, please. Make it more closer. No, not this. Yeah, I don't want your neck to bend.
Good afternoon, viewers, and welcome.
Allow, when you're there, when you're talking, allow people to compose and telling everybody else to
Okay. Good afternoon, viewers, and welcome to All About Women and Men. Let's talk. Good afternoon to as many of you. I really hope that you all are enjoying your afternoon so far and you're having a great and a wonderful afternoon. I know that right now many of you are already on your way from work, or some of you are already still at work, and I really hope that you all have enjoyed your day so far. Now, today we are going to talk about something different entirely, but before we start that, many of you may or may not know me, but this is your girl Ades. But I'm going to kind of wait a little bit to kind of until some people come on. I'll wait a little bit while I kind of go through my my things. So I'll just kind of wait a little bit before I start. Oh, hello, welcome, and thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. It's so lovely to have you on here. Thank you for coming on. How are you, and how is your family doing? So it's really so lovely to have you on. Okay. Oh, you're asking where's the others? Well, they should be coming on very, very soon. So since you're on here, so I would like to say that many of you may or may not know me, but this is your girl Ades. Now today we're talking about I'll actually be talking about my story. Because why I'm talking about it, because many of you actually don't know about my story. Many of you don't know what I have gone through all my life, and this is what I kind of want to share with every single one of you. So yeah, I believe we can start now. Now, so first of all, I would like to say that this topic works around because this is my real story, and it explains why I care, not just what you are asking for. It also connects your past to your present mission. It naturally leads to fundraising without the pressure. So yes, so now I would like to, as the opening, I would like to say good day to every single one of you, and mostly you that have come, and thank you for joining me today. Now, today's life is different. One thing I like to say is that I'm not kind of here to teach. I'm not kind of here to teach any of you, but I'm not also here to also impress anyone. I'm just here to share my story, because sometimes our stories explain our purpose better than anything else. So that's kind of what I'm part of why I'm here. So part one, I was born with learning disabilities. This is something that I have. I was born with at age 4. I've been kind of struggling like all my life with this very condition. Um, from a young age, I actually realized I was not like other children. So like from when I was born, I later realized that I was not really normal like other children. I was actually a special needs child, where I used to kind of be like take the bus to school as well. So yeah, I was not like other children. I learned differently. So I learned, the way I learned was actually different from other children. In fact, I also had like speech problems then. I wasn't kind of really able to talk. Then I had to go through therapy and that, and from there, that's how I was able to know how to talk and to express myself. I struggled where others seemed to understand easily. Yeah, I did struggle. I struggled throughout my school, throughout the whole time of my school. Yeah, like I said, every time I go to school, I used to be taken to school with a school bus with other children like myself who had learning disabilities. Then I was attending a mainstream school. And yeah, I used to kind of get a lot of help. I used to kind of get a lot of help where other teachers had to be in every single of my classes just because I was struggling to understand the lesson. Sometimes even the teacher had to actually sit with me to kind of explain to me um, what the teacher is teaching. So that was my struggle in terms of my education. I struck. So on top of that, I yeah on top with all of that as well. Um, about 10 years back. Um, yeah, bear with me. So 10 years back. Sorry, bear with me because I need to drink my water. Yeah, 10 years back, I lost my mom. My mom actually.
Right.
No, not crying. Yeah, no, not crying. Mm, mm, yeah, yeah. So 10 years back, I lost my mom as a result to stroke. Stroke took her. Um, and it was hard. It was hard for me because my mom was my pillar. Although I was not really as close to her, she was my pillar, my stronghold. She was there for me. She she was there for me as a listening ear. She used to kind of advise me on certain things that I do, and when I made mistakes, she used to correct me. So I was close to my mom, but not as close as I was to my dad as well. Then about three is more than 3 years. More than 3 years now. I lost my dad. Hi, welcome. Thank you for coming on. Yeah, hi to you and the rest. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, so more than 3 years, I also lost my dad, and he he kind of used to suffer a lot with diabetes, and before his death, he was diagnosed with dementia, um, and according to them, that's what they say that took him. But no, that was not really the case. But yes, so I became an orphan from there up until now, with no parents at all. So I actually kind of like letting you guys know so that you guys can kind of really understand what I'm passing through, what I'm going through. Growing up without parents and with a learning disability was not easy. So even up until now, even up until my parents' death, growing up with learning disabilities is not really easy for me, because to kind of maneuver, to kind of make friends, to kind of get to know people. Um, they People see me as a normal person. I mean, I I can talk. I can um, kind of express myself, but when they find out about my learning disabilities, hi Rayam, how are you? Thank you for coming on. Um, I am great, thank you. Yes, the same to you, thank you. Um, so when my so growing up actually um, it was really difficult for me. It was so difficult for me to kind of yeah I will. So yeah, growing up was really wasn't easy for me.
Say your story and show them the proof of what is. But say them, you're telling the story of what really happened to you.
Yeah.
Let them listen to your story. Then you can answer.
Yeah. Yeah. So growing up was not easy. It was not easy for me. It really kind of it yeah it was not easy for me because my fellow peers, they were normal, and they were normal, and when I when I kind of like was trying to make friends. Okay, what I decided. Yeah. So Ray, yes. Uh, do bear with me. Yes. You did ask for proof. Yeah, you asked for proof, and I am going to show you the proof now. Okay. So Ray, so if you bear with me. Okay. I think I need to bring this a little bit more so you can see. Okay. Now.
Is that in my company? Show them the
Yeah,
proof.
I'm showing.
That's my own company. Show them
Yes.
your own company.
Okay. So
Show them your own company.
yeah, Rayam. So as you, I don't know if you're seeing this. So this is Jimmy White TV. So this is Jimmy White TV. Okay. Yeah. So this is a registered company here. This is a registered company here, Jimmy White TV. Um, and secondly, okay, okay, I should share it through email, no problem. Um, right now, the second one, this is my company, Brit Grillo, and the company name is here. So the two will be shared through email. Um, Yeah, okay. So since you're saying you can't see anything, it will be shared through the like through email. Oh, okay. So if you can give us your email, then yeah, that will be
Hello?
great.
Excuse me. There's no need to share an email. Just tell them to Google it on government site. Tell him, spell it for him.
Okay.
Tell him, say go to government
Or
site. Tell him, say go to government.com and go and let them search for your company, for the company.
okay.
Give them the spelling. Spell it. You can type it. Give them the spelling of the company to go to government site and
Okay.
you check.
Or actually, Rayam, you can actually go to the government site, gov.co.uk.
No, I'll share it. I'll send it on. I'll share it.
Okay, thank you. So yes. So okay. Now, Mr. Jimmy White is actually going to he actually will send it right now. And yeah, he will also he'll send it to so that you can see. But just note that the two companies are registered, so it is something that you can actually take decide to do the donation and everything. So anyway, so back to what I am saying. I'm sharing my story to as many of you so that you guys can understand the reason why, part of the reason why I'm also doing this charity. So bear with me. Now, so I was not normal. I was not normal compared to other normal children. And because of my disability, because of my learning disability, I was castigated by other children. I was bullied. I was bullied when I was in school, just because of my learning disabilities, and I was bullied by other children. Other children didn't want to mingle with me. They didn't want to be my friend just because I was the odd one out. While the other children, they were very 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 normal. So a lot of children and a lot of people that get to know me and they find out about my learning disabilities, they run away from me because they don't kind of want to entangle themselves with me. And it did confuse me. It did actually it confused me, because I thought to myself that I'm a human being like other children, and yet just because I have this learning disabilities, other children use it to bully me, to castigate me, to call me all manner of names and everything. So it did touch me. It touched me a lot. It touched me a lot. Then during those times, my late mother used to kind of tell me that, look, listen, that's this all these challenges, you will overcome it, but just note that it is not your fault that you are the way you are. Every children are special. Every children are different. So you don't need to kind of beat yourself up just because you are a child that has learning disabilities. And then it is what kind of really motivated me a lot. Yeah, it kind of motivated me. um, because those words is what I still kind of remember up until now. Even though that my mum and my dad is no more, it did kind of motivate me up until the woman that I am today. Now, I was those days as well. I was confused. I was rejected as well, and I was mostly alone as well. So people were not really around me. Um, but yeah, people weren't really around me um, when apart from when I grew up and I met one of my friends in college, and she was there with me and everything, but we later departed, and I just kind of stayed on my own. Many times I felt unseen. A lot of times I really did fit, because every time I try and make friends, I felt practically as if I wasn't really there, as if practically I'm an invisible person in the eyes of people. Um, I felt like I wasn't there, and people didn't want to mingle with me just because I'm the odd one out. I am the girl that has disabilities, um, and they didn't just want to make friends with me. So some so also many times as well, in addition to that, did I felt misunderstood. So every time I kind of tried to explain myself to people, um, they misunderstood me. They misunderstood me and took what I say as something else different. So they didn't kind of really understand most of the things that I say to them. So I felt really misunderstood. Growing up, school was very, very hard for me. It was. Even up until today, it is. In terms of learning, yeah, it is. It was very hard for me. Even yeah, up until today, it's quite hard because of the fact that I I struggled. I struggled with certain subjects, maths. I struggled with, I mean, yeah, I struggle with my reading and writing. I often don't, like, I often kind of struggle with knowing where to put the punctuation and everything. So those are the kind of areas where I struggled a lot. Even up until today, yeah, I still do struggle. But I push myself, and I'm really, really trying, and I am kind of getting much better than it was more than 10 to 15 years ago. And I always tell myself that I will eventually get better at my reading. I um, so I was struggling because I didn't really get enough support. So up until I was getting support from when I was going to nursery, primary, secondary school, but that support stopped when I started attending college, and when I started going to university, that support ended. They tutors were not there for me. Tutors were not there for me. Um, they they said to me that for me to get a tutor, I need to fill out certain forms and everything. So it was difficult. Um, but even my tutor knew about my learning disabilities. Although she will explain to me about what she's saying, then thank you. Um, okay. Yeah. What's stopping you to send? Yeah, Rayam. Um, yeah, thank you for that, Ashan. So yes, so Rayam, Mr. Jimmy White has requested that you go on the government website and search for it there, and you'll actually see our two companies on there. So he has requested for you to actually search it up. So you just need to go on uh, .gov.uk um, and click on the first option and search. You will find our two companies on there. Now, yeah, I wasn't really kind of getting much support. In fact, I wasn't really getting the support while I was in university. Um, oh yeah, guys, before I continue any further, please, I would like for as many of you to please help me to subscribe, to comment, to like me, share with your friends, your colleagues, and as many people as you feel that will benefit from this. And please help me and spread this message viral to as many who needs to actually hear this, and other fellow men and women like you and I. I wasn't really getting the support I needed. No tutors, nothing. They told me I have to fill out forms in order for and do an assessment in order for me to have a tutor in all my lectures. But even up until today, any other universities that I decide to go to do my masters, they will tell me the same thing. So it really actually does it does kind of affect me in that kind of area. But I not to say that I'm not getting assistance. I am kind of getting assistance through other people that helps me when I need the help. So from that so there were moments. So there were actual moments where I did not belong with with my learning disabilities. I really felt that there were moments where I felt I did not belong, where I didn't even fit in at all. Even in my school, even in my schools, my secondary schools, I did not belong. I felt that I did not belong as a child and as a fellow student. I felt I did not belong at all. I wasn't good enough, and my future was uncertain. So I also felt that I was not really good enough for people, and I felt that at that time my future was uncertain, that I didn't know what I really wanted to do for my future. Then I didn't really know. But what really motivated me to keep going is not because it was easy for me, but it's because I had no choice. I had no choice but to kind of forge ahead with my life. I kind of had a little bit of support from, like I said, from other people. Although my siblings, they were kind of like a little bit busy and things, so I didn't kind of really get as much support from them as I needed. But they were kind of there for me, but only just little. But I realized that there is not really much to life, and I've always had no choice but to forge ahead and to push myself to a certain limit where I will be able to fit in and to be good enough for other people. So part three. So this is now where I am today. Today I stand here in a better place, not because my journey was smooth, but because I managed to survive it. So today, looking back then, it was very hard for me. But as I grew up and became an adult, I managed to survive all those obstacles, and I am standing here today as a living testimony, not because my journey was smooth, but I managed to survive. I am living proof that a learning disability does not mean inability. So anyone who has learning disabilities, it does not mean that they have the inability to do what they want to do. Being an orphan does not mean hopelessness. Struggle does not mean failure. But I also know something very, very important to as many of us, to as many who has learning disability as well, and autism as well. One thing I know is that I often ask myself questions, which not just me but other people. What about people like me who never got the opportunity? That is one of the questions that I often have reflected back and asked myself, that what about people like me who never got the opportunity to actually fulfill their life? The child with learning disability who is labeled and ignored. Many children, there are many children who does suffer with learning disability, and they are ignored. I'm not talking about Europe, but in Africa, this is where it's currently happening. In fact, that even reminds me that when I went to Africa, I normally go out whenever I want to go out with my cousins and with my sister-in-law, and there was a time that that me and them, we went out to enjoy ourselves, and then as they were taking me to have a nice time, and I actually came across a young girl who she was selling gala, and she was selling gala and drinks as well, and so many other things. And this girl, she has learning disabilities, so as in she has the same thing as me, but the only thing is that her speech is not clear. I was moved and I was touched that I needed to actually help this girl, and by helping her, I bought all of her things that she was selling, and then I saw her mother. Her mother came to her. Her mother came to her, and I kind of asked her mother that, why is it that your daughter is out here hustling like this on her own in her condition? And she actually said that that there's no one to help, and she actually doesn't have money, and they're not able to kind of survive. They don't have money, and she actually needs to buy her medicine and the things that she needs. And I said to the mother that, look, this is not right. It is not right for her to be facing this kind of problem. She has learning disability, and she has the right to be cared for. She has the right to be heard, and she needs assistance. The mother said to me that, look, that in Africa they see every person who has learning disability or a disability as a problem. I said to the mother that no, that people with learning disabilities and disability, they are not problem, they are not a liability. They are there to be cared for. I said to her that where I come from, every person that has learning disability and autism, the government, our Prime Minister, cares for every single one of them. They are recognized. They are recognized, and there is a law that is put in place for every single person who has learning disability and autism, and that law needs to it actually needs to be acknowledged. And in fact, that I really wish that such a law is acknowledged. This is what I actually told the mother. And so then I bought all her things that she was selling. I bought it all, and I said to the mother that she should not. Oh, it's just okay.
Just said to you that you need to send your account number. Tell him to
Okay, all right then.
So if you give him his email so you can send the account detail to him. He should send the email to.
Okay, if you can, yeah.
You can attach the email. Let him send the email. So I will take it.
Okay. Yeah. My apologies. Yeah. My apologies for that. I did not see your message. Yeah. Yeah. I did not see your message, but. Bear with me. So Rayam, please, if you can actually send us your email, then Mr. Jimmy White will send you the account details. He'll send you the account details so that you can do the transfer. Again, my apologies for that. I did not actually really see your message. Sorry about that. So please do send your email address, and Mr. Jimmy White will actually send the account details. So yeah, I really hope that I've kind of answered your question on that. So yes, now yes, if there's any if there's any other person that wants to kind of share anything, or anything that they want to kind of know about what why I am doing what I am doing, that will be very it will be much appreciated. So yeah, bear with me, guys. So a chart. So as I was saying, so I bought all the products from the young girl, and I said to the mother that, look, listen, that this is not right, and she needs to be cared for, and please, that she should not be saying again. And she said, okay, ma'am, that will not happen again. I don't really know the current situation of the girl right now, unless when I next go to Nigeria and to kind of search for her. But I really hope that that things have actually changed for her since then. But really, it really touched me. For me to see a young girl like that with the same learning disability that I have, and she's not able to kind of really express herself because of her speech problem. And it touched me so much that a young girl like this should not actually be having to suffer and sell just for her to survive. She needs the support, and she needs the help. She needs the help that she needs to be able to continue with her life. The child with autism whose parents cannot afford therapy. There are many children with learning disability and autism which they cannot afford. They can't afford therapy because it's expensive. They can't afford to pay for their school fees, and they can't really afford to do food shopping so that they can have a free square meal. It really touches my heart that children actually suffers like that, and they don't kind of really have that opportunity to be able to eat well. It's not really kind of fair on them. It's not fair on them, but it is something that needs to be addressed, and it needs to kind of be looked into and eventually stopped. But which I hope that it will kind of stop. The orphan who wants to learn but cannot pay school fees. Now, many orphans, there are many orphans out there with learning disabilities who wants to learn. They want to learn, but they can't because they can't afford to pay their school fees. There's so many children like that in Africa and across Africa who has lost both of their parents, and they cannot pay their school fees. But they really want to learn, but they don't know what to do. They end up having to, as young as they are, they end up having to do menial jobs just to be able to survive, and to also pay, to be able to save up to pay towards their school fees. But I know that it's not really hard. It's not really easy for them. It's not really it's not easy for them, that they struggle they are not able to do what a normal child can do just because of their learning disabilities. Not everyone gets the second chance that I got. Just like me, not everyone get the second chance then that I got as well. A lot of the children, they don't get that second chance at all because of what just because of what I got. They don't get that second chance. But my heart does kind of really pour out to as many of them, and I really pray that one day, sooner or later, that the law gets more stronger and a system is put in place for every child who suffers learning disability and autism. I'm really praying for it to change one day. And that's the question. And that question is what led me here today. Part 5. So now I'm talking about why I chose to help others. I don't support people with learning disabilities out of pity. I don't support people with learning disabilities out of pity. I support them because I understand. I don't support people with learning disabilities. I don't support them mainly because of their learning disability. I support them because of my...
Are you almost rated?
I'm on part 5.
Are you doing on zeros?
I'm doing it.
Are you, that part 5 is almost the last one, I mean?
No, it's not. It's not. I'm still going. So yeah.
You're rushing something when you're in a hospital. You don't have a lot of peace there. A lot of peace now. You're supposed to be slowing down, pulling down, and doing the thing, and let people come up so people can hear you. You're just noisy. Did you take the view that it's on there, just one person? That's me.
Yeah, I'm not rushing. There's still part of it. Anyway, so back to what I'm saying. So I don't support people with disabilities out of pity. I don't support them out of pity. I support them because I really understand them. I understand people like me who has learning disabilities because they matter. They matter to me. I know what it feels. I know how and what it feels to be overlooked, to be misunderstood, and to struggle silently. I know it all because I've been there, I've done that. I've been there and I've done that, and I have really struggled, and I've really gone through a lot. Simply because simply because I've gone through that exact same thing. So I know what it's all about, to be overlooked, to be misunderstood, and mostly the fact that when children with learning disabilities,
You see that is zero. Because I'm gone, it's zero. There's nobody.
Simply because they have learning disabilities and autism, they also kind of find it very, very difficult. So I know how it is because I've been there. Hello Philip, how are you? Thank you for coming on. Wow, you're from Australia. That is so lovely to is so lovely to have you on. And yeah, thank you so much. I wanted to ask, how are you doing, and how is it there in Australia? It's so lovely to have you here as well. Um, So yeah, Philip, I'm just kind of really kind of talking about my story and why I am doing charity for people who has learning disability and autism. We've had some really strange weathers. Wow, that is wow. It's not great, but yeah, it's one of those things. Um, but yeah, hopefully it will get better. Um, okay, except if there's anyone who has anything they want to share, or if they want to kind of um, ask me anything, it will, that's fine. Um, so yeah, it's not really easy for them to be it's not easy for them to be overlooked, to be misunderstood, and to struggle silently. Yeah, I've been there, I've done that, and I know what it's like to be ignored, really. Because, like I was saying before, when, during my school days, when I was in school, I was ignored, I was bullied, and yeah, other children, castigated me. They, not even just bullied, but they called me a lot of names. um, yeah, they called me all kind of names that that really really made me to cry. But it kind of, rather, it made me strong, it made me who I am today. And I really don't want to see other children like me to suffer from the same cycle that I suffered as a child. So I really don't want them to kind of pass through that very same thing. This cause is personal to me. So this cause that I'm doing is actually really personal to me. When I help someone with a learning disability, I see myself. Oh wow, that's yes, yeah, wow. You two were bullied as a kid. Wow, it's sad. Unfortunately, this is what we as kids always pass through. Yeah, we always get bullied in school, and it's not fair, but it's unfortunately one of those things, and we just have to kind of learn how to kind of overcome it, and we have to learn how to kind of to not really let it get to us. And at the end of the day, I kind of realized that even though that I was bullied then, I didn't kind of really allow it to continue. Um, I later kind of I later actually I did take action actually. I did take action, and I reported it to my teacher, to the principal of the school, and told them that, look, listen, that this person is bullying me, and I am not happy with it. So they actually had to expel that very student because of me. And it really taught me a lot that bullying is not a great thing. Also, when I help an orphan child, I also remember my childhood. When helping other children who are orphans like me as well, it makes me to actually remember my childhood and how I was then. In fact, I actually really wish, I don't even remember where my my childhood pictures are. I wish that I remember where it is so that I can kind of look at them. But yeah, maybe that's gonna be another day. So one thing I would like to say to as many of you that this is not charity to me. This is a purpose. So it's not necessarily just a charity for me, but it's to bring meaning, to bring purpose to people, to children with learning disabilities and autism, to actually bring a child the kind of life that they were not able to get. So that is part of it. Now, I want to say that to everyone, why your support matters. Support changes lives. Many of us knows that supporting charity, it changes a lot of lives. Even though it doesn't kind of necessarily have to be money, but it's about your support, about being there, about
Yes, stop rushing. There is nobody on your life. I'm the only person on the life. Stop rushing. Where are you rushing to?
I'm not rushing.
Yeah, you almost, where are you rushing to?
So yes, it really. So yeah, it really. So it really kind of bear with me, guys. So the support itself, it really matters. It doesn't necessarily need for there to be money. You being there itself, it counts by your donation, by food, for example, or assisting with the medicine. It's one of those things that you can actually support as well. But I would like to say to as many of you that your support matters. It really does matter. And it really matters, and it really would help a lot of children. Sometimes support, first of all, sometimes support is like for example, the school fees, by buying paying the school fees, buying the learning materials, therapy, assisting a child by kind of paying towards their therapy, or kind of taking care of them as well. For example, like children in the orphanage home, who a lot of them don't have parents. only by that it actually really shows that being a child with learning disabilities, it really shows that they need to be cared for. And I would like to say to as many of you too that whatever you as many of you like to support it, it will be much appreciated by that. It just your support mainly matters, or simply some is mainly also simply someone believing in you. So like it can be anyone that believes in you, that trusts anyone that believes in you, that trusts in you, that
The people are not yet there. People will soon come. I know when they used to go, they used to come like 18 or 8 o'clock. You see them. The people that you always talk to, they will soon be there. You will soon be there. Take it easy. Just find something and take it so you can talk to them because they are not there. I'm not seeing them.
So it kind of really so anyway, back to what I'm saying. So even if like simply as in simple people, simple like someone who believes in you, for example, people who supports children, supports others who they believe in. For example, when yesterday that I used Oxfam as a charity that they support, guys bear with me because my studio is getting a bit hot. So yeah, for example, Oxfam that I use as an example, as a charity that they support children with who are struggling, who has all manner of sicknesses, including learning disability and autism. They go around the world to help as many children through the members of the public that donates to Oxfam. So it is about it's about your support. It is about all your support and giving whatever you have. It doesn't necessarily need to be money. It can be as little as buying the supplies that a child need, their clothing, their even their school uniform, even their medicine, or even helping them by running errands for them, going to pick up their medicine from the pharmacist, or assisting them and taking them to their regular health checkups, or even kind of taking them out to wherever they need to go. So it can be any of those ways that you can support a child who has learning disabilities and autism as well. So it can be any of those as well that you can actually support through that way. Your support can be it can be the difference between a child that grows up or a child discovering their potential. So there is a big difference. A child growing up and a child discovering their potential. Now, the thing is with every child, when they grow up, every child has their talents. At that time, they may or may not know that they have these talents. Whereas a lot of children who who has learning disabilities, yeah, they discover their talent at a very, very young age. Like, for example, as little as when they're age 3 or age 4 or maybe 6 or 7 years old, they discover their talent and their potential at these kind of ages, and they'll be exercising their talents, they're trying to get people to know them, trying to kind of trying to kind of let the whole world know that I'm not the only child that has learning disability or autism, but I am a human being and I need to be treated as such. So with a lot of these children, they kind of show their talent so that people can know that, look, that although I have learning disability or autism, I am a child and I'm a human being. So children should not be castigated just because of their condition. One thing that we as men and women, we need to know that that child that was born into this world, they did not give themselves learning disabilities. It's just one of those things that came out of nowhere. And that child ends up having to suffer for something that they knew they'll never have. Every child never prays for them to be having learning disabilities, let alone autism. No child never wants to be sick. They want to be normal, but unfortunately it's one of those life challenges where they face that they end up getting these health problems, this learning disability and autism, that they often have to be going for regular health checkups. And that's part of the reason why the hospital, the doctors, the nurses always recommend for the parents to bring their child for regular health checks, so that when they do their normal health check, then they will be able to know, they'll be able to know if there's anything that is wrong with that child, or they're able to kind of to do the necessary checks, do the diagnostic tests, just to see if there's anything that is happening to the child, and they're able to detect it early. So that's why the hospital always recommends for the parents to bring them for regular health checkups, just to be on the safe side, so that they can deal with it and sort it out quickly and immediately before it escalates to the next level. And with most of these children, some of them actually were not even aware of it until they were diagnosed with it at age 5 or 6. But they know that they were born a normal person. I am a living proof as well. Even when I was born, I never knew that I would ever have learning disability. It was when I was age 4 that I was diagnosed with learning disabilities, and which it really affected me a lot. It affected me a lot. It affected my life. It affected my education. It affected me in every areas of my life. Till today, it affects me. But I am better off because I have people around me that will that always supports me, that even though that when I want to express myself, they they understand me. They understand where I come from. They understand they understand where I'm coming from. They understand what I am trying to say. They are able to understand me and help me out. That even though I make a lot of mistakes, they understand that yes, that you have learning disability, and they don't judge me. They don't castigate me. They take me as a normal person. And till today, it really it's really motivated me. It has really helped me a lot to be able to understand and to know that, look, that not every child is the same thing. They are different in their own unique ways, and every single child, they need the support that they need. They need all the support that they need. So I will say to as many people to please look into these learning disabilities and help them out, and support them in your own little way. And I will also encourage as many boys and girls, as in young boys and girls who suffer with learning disability and autism, to please never give up, never ever give up, no matter what, no matter how the challenges that you're facing. Don't give up on yourself. I mean, yes, it's painful for you to experience this kind of thing, that people castigate you and bully you just because of your condition. One thing you need to remember, that it is not your fault that you are the way you are. It's not your fault. No child wishes for them to have disability, learning disability. No child ever wishes for that. But unfortunately, that is how the society of today is. And we just kind of have to learn how to deal with it, how to live with it, and how to kind of manage, and to be able to navigate through the society. We just have to kind of learn how to do that. So to as many people who are willing to support us, to support this charity, I will actually really be happy for as many of you to support us in every little way that you can, with whatever you have, whether if it's funds, whether if it's through buying the clothes for the child, paying for their school fees, getting their medication, whether if it's taking them out to wherever they need to go, whether if you support them in assisting them to going to their normal regular health checks. So whether if is any of those methods, your support counts. It really counts. And I would really appreciate that every single one of you who have the heart of gold, that is willing to support, it will be much appreciated, because your support will mean a lot to me. And I want to use this as an awareness to as many children who are suffering with the same condition as I am. And I want to use it to spread this awareness across the globe, across the world, and I want this message to be spread across to them, letting them know that even though that some of their countries rejects them and they are not getting the support that they need, I want this message to be spread across to the globe that I am here, we are here to kind of support them in every little way that we can. Although I'm not, although I can't kind of assist everybody, but where our hands can reach is where we can support. So I would really like as many who has the heart of gold to support this charity, to support us, to help us in every little way that you can. So please, as many of you, to help us to be able to help these children, because one thing I would like to say to as many men and women, that you should think of these children as if they are your own children, and you should think about them as if they're your own children. And if God forbid that your child or any of your child sees themselves in that situation, you should think about that question: what would you do in that situation? And these children, yeah, they're not related to you in any way, but yeah, they are children, and we need to kind of have the heart of gold and to touch their lives in every way that they need their lives to be touched, by supporting and helping them out until they are able to stand up on their own 2 feet. So again, I would really like for as many of you, again, to please help me to subscribe, to comment, to like me, to share with your friends, your colleagues, and as many people as you feel that would benefit from this. And I would like for as many of you to please also help me spread this message viral to as many who needs to hear this, who needs to see this. I really need for as many of you to help me spread this viral and to help me to get this message across to as many men and women like you and I. Now, again, children with learning disabilities, they may not be the same as normal children, but yeah, they're children. There are some who are like me, but it's kind of really hard for people to notice it, because most people see me as a normal person, but when they get to know me, or when they get to know that very person, they will notice immediately that, look, that this person is or probably has a certain condition, even though that they're not able to detect it, even though that they're not able to know what it is. They kind of actually will be able to later find out that, look, okay, this is what this person has. And why most children does not like to actually say tell people about their condition is because they are scared. They are scared that they will be rejected. They are scared that society will not accept them for who they are. So they'll rather bottle it up, or they'd rather that their own families are the only people who know about their condition. They really don't want for them to be downcast, to be looked at, to be castigated, that you're not normal. They don't like that, because it kind of really gets them upset and it gets them angry that they are being treated in such a manner. No child on this earth who suffers with learning disability and autism should ever have to suffer. And mostly children in Africa, they should not be suffering. They shouldn't really be suffering from this kind of maltreatment. I remember this very film I've forgotten, but this woman was maltreating this young girl, but this young girl actually has a certain health condition, and she was maltreating this young girl. She maltreated her, and she maltreated her and calling her all manner of names, and she was kind of maltreating her, calling her all manner of names, and also telling her that, look, you're not you're this and you're that, you're this and you're that.
I know that maybe I know that from 8 o'clock.
Back to what I'm saying. So they were kind of so the woman was treating this girl, like maltreating this girl, calling her all manner of names, that you're this and you're that you are the cause of why my husband left me. But unknown to this woman was not aware that the girl she was maltreating was her long lost daughter that she has been searching for a very, very long time. She didn't know. And what made her to know is that the birthmark that is not necessarily the birthmark. She gave her child a scar on, it was actually, well, she gave her child a scar. She gave her child a scar on like around her head, and it was when she actually saw that scar, that was when she now remembered. That's when she actually, not necessarily remembered, she had a flashback of when she was very, very young, and when she gave birth to the girl, and like because actually something happened, which oh my god, I'm almost forgetting that the girl was actually switched at birth. A couple was not able to actually have a child. In fact, when the young, as in the couple, mostly the wife, she'll get pregnant, and she will be having a miscarriage. Then the next time she gets pregnant, she has a miscarriage again. The third time, got pregnant, she lost the baby again. It was quite concerning. It was concerning for her, and it got to the point that it actually it damaged her womb. The constant miscarriages that she was having, it actually damaged her womb, that she was not able to conceive again. So the hospital actually had to remove her womb, because as a result to the miscarriage, it infected her womb. So she wasn't able to have a child again. So when the next patient, she just actually gave birth to a baby girl, and the girl, she was born and everything. Then the hospital arranged with a couple of the nurses that for them to actually switch. So what they now did is that the baby that didn't actually make it, they switched that baby to the girl that was just born. Then they now gave that very baby that was just born to the couple that was not able to have children again, and that was how they left with that baby. So along the line, as years went on, the woman was actually kind of again maltreating this girl, and she didn't realize that that girl was actually her long lost child that she was looking for. So my point is that every child should be treated the same. They should be treated the same as any other child. They should not be looked down on. They shouldn't be looked down on at all. They should not be labeled as a abnormal child. They should not. They should never ever be labeled, and for people to look at them as if they are abnormal and they are a liability to the country. No. Children are the future of today, and which, like I said yesterday, God forbid that if anything happens to any of us, these children, they are the new generation that will take over from each and every one of us, because as we are getting older, they are the new generation. They are very young, so they are the ones that will take over from us. So one thing that I would like to say is that we should not treat children, we should not treat any child less. We should treat them as if you are treating your own children with love, with care, and you dedicate your life to them. That's how that child should be treated. Whether if that child has learning disability or autism, they should be treated the same way. And I really wish that a law is put in place for all of this, because it is not right for children of Africa to be ignored just because of their learning disability and because of their disability itself. They should not be ignored at all. They should be looked at, they should be considered, they should be cared for, and not to be abandoned. They should be able to get the funds that they need for them to be able to go to school. They really need it. because you as individuals, you need to think, because you are a parent yourself, and you would not want any of your child to suffer. And mostly to mothers who are struggling to have children, who, I mean, I'm not saying every mother, not necessarily just mothers, but a woman in general who is struggling to have a child, let alone to have children, to even conceive. They should treat that child as if they are their own, so that one day when they eventually are able to conceive, then they will now know that, look, okay, that this child, although this child is not biologically mine, I cared for this child, I nurtured this child, I watched this child grow to who they are today, and I would want to continue. I want to stretch this love to this child, and to actually encourage my child to love this very child. And with that way, with the kindness and the care, that woman will be able to be able to conceive and have children, just because she was there for a child that was abandoned. And also mainly this charity also, like I did mention, that this charity is mainly not just for children with learning disabilities and autism, but to as many children and as many children and also families as well, who any of them that actually has learning disability or autism. This charity is to support them, to support any one of them. So I would like to say to as many of you to please do be encouraged, do support this charity, do be encouraged to support, and to give from the bottom of your heart through whatever method that you can. Again, not necessarily just money, but it can be buying clothes for that child, paying their school fees, paying for their uniform as well, even helping them with their medication, whatever it is that you can help out in any way. That's what really matters. Mainly your presence as well is a way of supporting as well. So I also want to say to the ones that has already agreed to be part of this. I would like to say a big thank you to that, and to as many who is also considering it. I would also like to say that hello team, good evening, welcome, thank you for coming on. Wow, it is so lovely to have you on again. It is so lovely to see you. Oh, how was my day? My day was so lovely. The family is good. Thank you for coming on. How about you? How is the family? How is Kenya as a whole? How is everything going? It is really so lovely to have you on. So Tim, today I've kind of just been sharing my story of everything that I went through as a child, and did kind of explain to as many about my learning disabilities. So that's what I've been talking about, just in case you want to know. as well. So yeah, so Tim, so yeah, do kind of let me know if there's anything that you want to kind of share, and whatever your thoughts, your opinions are, whether if it's a question, yeah, do let me know. But yes, again, it's so lovely to see you, because I've actually been waiting. I've actually been waiting while I was kind of taking my time to kind of share my story with everyone. And I was actually kind of looking out as well, where is Tim? um, but yeah, it's lovely to have you on again. Thank you so much. Um, and earlier on, I did also share um, I did also share the com. Oh, okay. I'm grateful for another day, gift of life from God. Kenya as well, despite the ongoing doctor strike. Wow, Tim? Are you serious? So there's a strike going on. Wow, that is really is not good. Really, to be honest, it's not really good to be going through that strike. Wow. Oh wow. So I wonder how you're kind of taking it. Wow. It's unfortunate that such a thing is happening. So I guess that maybe because the pay is not enough and things. Am I correct? Because yeah, this strike of a thing is not really that great. Yes, doctors are on strike for whoa, 3 weeks. Wow, that's a long time. Wow, that is such a long time. But the thing is with hmm? Yeah, okay, okay. Um, yeah, wow, that is amazing. Um, but it's one of those things. So yeah, Tim. Um, so also, since you're here, um, you, I think you also wanted to, that you also wanted, I think, well, correct me if I'm wrong, if you also wanted, some, to know about my company. So yes, it is, so it's registered, and so in case you want to check it out, yes, it is registered, um, and the company itself is called Brit Grillo. Um, so I don't know whether if you want to write this down. It's BIT, then Grillo, GRILLO, um, and the number is 166590807. So you can use this and go on gov.co.uk and check for it, and you'll actually see it on the government website. And also the same with Jimmy White TV. It's also registered, so the two companies are registered. um, and in case you want the one of Jimmy White TV, um, the number is 14361 596. So you can check these two out on the government website.co.uk, so that you can see it there. Yeah, I know. So you can actually, so you can check them out. just in case of anything. So yeah, you can check these two out, and you actually see it there. So Tim, please feel free to check them out when you can. Oh, okay, right. Um, yeah, so the first one is 16659,807. So you can check this on gov.co.uk. And then the other one is 14361596. So those two, go on to gov.co.uk, and you can actually type in the two names, Britt Grillo and Jimmy White TV. You can search the two and you will find it there. You can search the two names and find it there. They are actually there. It's actually there and registered. So just for your so Tim, I'll give you the two names. I'll give you the two names so you can search it up yourself. So it is Britt Grillo, so BIT, then Grillo, GRILLO. So go into gov.co.uk, go on there, click the first option. Hello, how are you? Thank you for coming on. So go on there. Yeah, it's so lovely to have you on. Tim, so do go on there and type in those two names, Britt Grillo and Jimmy White TV, and you will find that the two companies are registered. And you will also again see the company number there as well. So please go on gov.co.uk and you will find it there. And yeah, to 2045, welcome and thank you for coming on. I do really appreciate. Yes. So Tim, actually, please do search for the names Britt Grillo and Jimmy White TV on the government website gov.co.uk, and you will actually find the two companies there. Go on there, type in Britt Grillo, and you will find my company there, and you will find the company number, because I'm not kind of really meant to be saying it out, I'm not kind of really meant to be saying it out. So please do, you're welcome. So so go on there and type in the two names, and you will find that they're both there. But thank you anyway. Hello to 2312. Wow, hello, welcome. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate you coming on, and I really hope that. Yes, I am so great. That's what I wanted to check with you. How are you doing? And I really hope that your day has been good. And how is the family? Okay, where am I from? I am Yeah, I am born and raised in the UK. Um, so by origin, I'm a Nigerian. So I'm a British Nigerian. So, uh, so yeah, I'm from UK, from London. So I hope I've answered your question. Yeah. Um, so yes. Anyway, how are you, and how is everything going for you? Um, so do let me know if you if if and when you're ready. But in the meantime, I wanted to kind of recap what was discussed, which I've already explained to Tim, and since you're also on here, I was sharing my story of everything that I have gone through growing up with learning disabilities. And just like I initially said, I have not told any of you this. And this is why I wanted a lot of you to know that this is part of the reason why I am doing this charity for other children like me, and children with autism as well, because I don't want them to experience what I experienced, and I don't want them to suffer for anything. I don't want them to I don't want them to be ignored, to be castigated. I don't want that. So this is part of why I want to kind of stretch my hands out to help them in every possible way. And the fund the your funds, or whatever any of you can contribute, will be more than enough. Okay, that is a very good move. It will help me so much, because I need to have the actual paperwork so that I can be able to inform the region authority, so that once I start getting details, it will be in the law. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it is. It's a great move. You are definitely right about that. So so it's kind of all part of why I'm doing this as an orphan child as well, because it's not just necessarily about children with disabilities. It's also about children, children learning disability, autism, and children who has not had the opportunity to further their education just because of school fees. So me and Mr. Jimmy White want to cover those areas, and also to kind of support both children and anyone who kind of suffers with learning disability and autism, to get them the help, the assistance that they need. And that is also why we kind of need the evidence as well, to be able to know who we are supporting as well. So to everyone, your generosity will really count to us, to help us to kickstart. So to as many who really wants to support, please, it will be much appreciated. Do feel free. I'm not forcing anyone, but feel free. Your support will really mean a lot to us, and it will really mean a lot to all these children who need the help. who are suffering with learning disability and autism, and all these children who have not been able to further their education, as in going back to school just because of school fees. So your support will really, really count, because because me and Mr. Jimmy White will start going to the African countries. We'll we'll start off with Nigeria and Kenya as well, those two, so that we can kind of reach out to as many children who needs the help, the assistance. So every single one of your supports across the globe will really mean so much to us. So please, to as many of you who are willing to help us, it will be much appreciated as well. Do bear with me, guys. To as many of you, I really hope that everything I've said has really touched as many lives, has really made an impact of everybody. I really hope that it has that you all has kind of learned something from my story. And I know that there are many of you, as in, like, not all of you, but some of you are that is about to join, or some of you that are quite busy where you are right now and is not able to join. You can actually go back to this very live and watch it all again whenever you have the chance to. But this is just all about me, and it's about reaching out to as many children suffering with learning disabilities, to help them and reach out to as many of them that needs the help, because it really breaks my heart to see them in the conditions that they are. It really breaks my heart, and I can't reach out to them simply because of the fact that for now I can't actually go to those various countries. And this, as many of you who are in those various countries, this is where you guys come in, and this is where you guys can kind of help out and support in any little way you can. And at least through that way, we are able to extend our assistance through you guys. So wherever you are, it really will be much appreciated if every single one of you can put hand on deck and to assist us by reaching out to these children with learning disabilities and autism, and as many children who are not able to go back to school because of school fees. I would really appreciate if every single one of you can help us by supporting them, and through that way, we'll be able to reach out to them from our end through you guys. So it will really help. Your support will really count. Your donations, everything, it will go such a long way. It will transform the life of every single child. It will really transform their life. So I would I will also like to say to as many of you, you can support this cause through the PayPal link displayed on the screen. Actually, it's kind of yeah, not is not necessarily just on the screen, but is actually in the description. Yeah, it's actually in the description. I have put it there again for the second time, so you guys will be able to actually see it there. Please do know, I would also like to ask as many of you that for you to know that there is no pressure. You are not under pressure in any way to give. You are not under pressure. You are not under pressure to give, to donate. There's no obligation. You're not obliged to it, but it's the willingness. It's entirely up to as many of you to give or not. It's entirely up to you. But we are not putting any of you under pressure. We're not forcing any of you to give. So it's from your heart. So if your heart tells you, then yeah, it's that's down to you. I will only say to as many of you to give only what you are comfortable with. I'm not we're me and Mr. Jimmy White, we're not really specifying the amounts, but whatever it is that touches your heart, whatever it is that you are comfortable with giving, you can. Even if you don't have the money, no problem. You can assist by giving clothes to the children who really needs it. You can assist by food. Any little way that you can assist is all part of it. It is all part of it. So any way you feel comfortable in supporting, please do. And if you can't give financially, if anyone cannot give financially, I would really like for as many of you to please share this live, share it to as many people who need to hear this. Wherever you are across the country, across the globe, please help me and share this live. Also, please help me to speak about this cause to your fellow friends, your colleagues, your family. Please help me to speak about it and also encourage someone else. Every form of your support, it really matters. So if many of you don't kind of really have the money to be able to give, please do help us and spread this, as in spread this live to as many who needs to hear this. Also speak about it to your friends, your colleague, to as many who needs to hear this, and also encourage people, encourage as many people as you can as well to give. Just like it says in the Bible, givers never lack. So I am standing here today because someone somewhere believed I deserved a chance. Now I choose to be that person for other children. together we can make sure that disability does not mean disadvantage, and that lack of opportunity does not decide a child's future. So I will really, yeah. Okay, something unusual today happened in a school. A disabled student was denied access to a school because here in Kenya, disability schools are not in structure. Wow. Tim, wow, that's not, no, that's not nice. It's not fair. That is not really fair. I mean, how can a child be denied access to school just just because that person in Kenya has a disability? Is not really nice. Something really needs to be done. Something needs to be done. Structure needs to be put in place for children who has learning disability and autism. No matter what country that they are in, no matter where they come from, every child needs to be educated. They need to have the education that they so deserve. Children are not meant to be denied. They are not meant to be denied their basic rights. Every single child, whether from Europe, whether from Africa, whatever country they are from, every child has the basic right to have an education. So they're not really kind of supposed to be denied access to a school or to be in school. They're not supposed to be denied access. Hello, welcome, and thank you for coming on. Thank you, motivation. Yeah, you say, but not now. Okay. Um, yeah, it's, yeah, just like I'm saying, it's not really fair. It's so not fair for a child to be ignored. It's not fair, to be honest with you. For them to be ignored, they need they need to be heard. They need to have their basic right. They need to actually be able to learn, and that's one of the things that needs to be put in place. That law needs to be put in place, because that child that was denied access to school, that is actually a form of discrimination. And in the UK here, mostly in Europe, that is kind of really against the law for a child to be denied access to his or her own basic rights to have an education, to be denied of going to school. That is a form of discrimination, and it's not really nice. So that law kind of needs to be put in place, and it needs to be acknowledged, and that kind of needs to change. And I really hope that it will get changed one day. I really hope that that gets changed round, and people see children with learning disabilities just as they see their own child. I really hope that changes as well. But it's not fair. It is so not fair for them to be treated like that in such a manner. Not right. Now, is there anyone that has something that they want to, anything else they want to share, or do they have something else that kind of they like, whether is something they want to share, or if they have opinions that they want to share, or if they have a question, whatever it is, please feel free to share it. It will be so much appreciated. Do feel free to share it so that it can be addressed and acknowledged. But for now, I would like to say a very, very, very big thank you for everyone who has been on here, who has taken out time from their busy schedules to be here with me, to listen to my story, to understand the reason, to understand also part of the reason why I am doing what I am doing, and to as many who is willing to support us along the way. And I would also like to say a big thank you for standing with me, and thank you for standing with those who need us the most. So I would like to say a very, very big thank you to as many of you. And one thing that we need to know is that children are the future of today, and there's no change in that. So wherever they're coming from, whatever country that they are in, we need to know that they are the future. They are the future of today and tomorrow. So we need to kind of learn how to treat children, whether if they have learning disability and autism or not. We need to learn how to treat children so that one day, when your child grows, they'll be able to see the example that you set for a child that doesn't even belong to you at all. They will be able to see it, that look, that although this child is not biologically yours, you actually cared and you nurtured for this child as if they are your own, and your actual children has actually learned from that and have actually seen that you actually care for this very child that is not biologically yours. And by the time they grow up and you eventually get old, they will now care for you as well, because they've seen you exercise that and care for that child that does not belong to them. But for now, I would like to say a big thank you, and I will also again like to encourage as many more supporters, as many, wherever you're coming from, wherever you are right now, as many who is willing and want to support. Please feel free, support us, and support us. And also do know again that the details, you'll find it in the description at the bottom. You will find it there. So again, just in case anyone else wants to know about the company, please also do search it up. Again, it's called Brit Grillo and Jimmy White TV. You just need to type it in, as in search it on gov.co.uk, and type them in, and you guys will be able to find it there. So we are well registered and 100% genuine. And please, guys, please help us and support this cause. It will be much appreciated. And I would like to say a very, 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 very big thank you to as many who have already started supporting us, and to the what's that, this guy's name, I'm trying to get that his name, the one um to, yes, and to Raheem, yeah, thank you for your support. It's much appreciated. um and yeah, thank you all for taking out time to be with us. And I would just like to say, God bless you all. And before I go, one more thing I would like to say. Please, 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 please help us to subscribe, to comment, to like us, share with your friends, your colleagues, and as many people as you feel that will benefit from this. Again, please help us spread this message viral to as many people who need to hear this. And also, guys, please also check, as you're checking the live. Me and Mr. Jim White did a little skip. So yeah, you guys can check it out when you coming on to listen to the live. But for now, I would like to say again, thank you. God bless you all. And once again, this is your girl Adez, and I will see you all on tomorrow. And do enjoy the rest of your evening, and bye for now.